Hello everybody! Chile Live channel and me, Irene Lentigini, we are greeting you today in our new Stars About Stars show. And today our celebrity guest is a fantastic singer with powerful, healing voice, opera singer that is famous all over the world, Lima. Hey, Julia, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you're here in front of me. I can watch you and we're gonna have an amazing dialogue with you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure and an honor, and I'm extremely curious because I'm so very much into astrology, psychology, meditations. You know, it's really my side of life, and I'm really grateful, very curious.
Oh my God, I adore guests like you who are really into that, and I hope I will surprise you in a good sense today.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so now we are going into our astrological research and to see how really powerful planets influence life of great personalities.
There we go.
Okay, my first simple basic question is, so you were born 5th of November 1981.
That's right.
Great. So the main birth number is 5, which corresponds to your found chart and means that you love structure, tradition, and probably you have some special routines or habits. Does it relate?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, yes.
What they are?
Well, depends of which area, which department of my life we would like to talk about. So yes, I have some routine. For example, if we talk about my performance life as a singer, which is also a big part of my life, then it would be a very structured routine, how I prepare myself physically, mentally, you know, and as a singer as well. For the performance, there will be certain exercises, certain meditations, breathworks. So it's certain routine that I really love, and I've learned to pick them up, like, you know, pieces by pieces from different places, from different people, different traditions as well. And now it's all part of my kind of heritage, yeah, that I really, you know, care about, respect, and give it to my own students now already, like, you know, pass it like next generation. So yeah, I definitely have some routine I do.
Wow, you find yourself as a big teacher and coach, and we're gonna speak about that a little bit later. So the second hidden energy is 11, that is strength and justice. What is the main rule or value for you in life?
Being authentic and honest to myself first of all, and then since I kind of align with my own truth, then I could be accepted as a true person with society. I think so, it's my opinion. This is my way, I guess, yeah.
So this is power and justice, so you know how to put everything clear.
Yeah, I'm just answering your question, like who we are. But who we are who we are at this very moment. So at this very moment, I'm a vocal healer, okay? Ta-da! Here I am.
Thank you so much. So we continue with your year of birth that carries energy of the sun, what means that you are shining for the other people, and of course they are following you. Tell me please, did you dream to become a celebrity and famous personality when you were a kid?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When I was a child, yes, I was like
very small one.
Yes, I was giving a concert to my mom just with a like hairbrush.
Did she pay you?
No, but she survived for a few rounds of my concerts. There was a long one, so there was a long one, so I was like dancing and singing a cappella.
And I have another question corresponding to this. When you're shining, you can burn out. How to avoid it?
I think this question brings me back to our previous conversation about being authentic. You know, when you don't have to pretend you are someone else, like, oh, I am this beautiful lady shining or something like that. If you're just a really beautiful shining lady and you act what you are, then you don't have to really pretend to be one, right? So this like not naturally happening to me or to someone, and then it's like effortless to shine on a stage. But if you have to really put a lot of work, you push yourself to be someone you're really not, then it's hard work, and then we're going to be exhausted. So I'm just trying, I think my understanding of like how to not to burn out just to be as authentic as possible.
So, we go deeper. Your karmic task for this life is to develop the qualities of Cancer. What does it mean? To be connected with your family, to be connected with your roots, and to dedicate yourself maximum to your family members. So, like, family values is your priority in this life. Does it relate?
Well, that's actually very, wow, shocking information. Yeah, so if it is my karmic purpose, then I'm definitely not in the right way yet, or maybe not in the right way, but...
Are you a career-focused woman?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's definitely part of my life, but what you just mentioned is like family part and everything. Especially last 2 years, there was very many situations that actually disconnect me with my roots and with my family. And so it's kind of so far at this very condition, I don't know what will happen in a few years, but at this very moment, it's kind of, I'm disconnected with my roots, to be honest. So,
could I ask you where you're from? What is your origin?
I was born in Siberia, Russia. Yeah, that's my place, and I visited it like last year. Yeah, last year, right before COVID started.
And you know, with this aspect, it's very important to live next to the water. Do you have this dream to have house close to the water?
Yeah, actually, I really like it.
LA is the place.
Yeah, definitely Malibu would fit my desires very much. We'll see. Yeah, I like it.
You know, with this aspect, it's very important in case your family members prevent you for being yourself in your career. It means that maybe we did something in the previous life. How does it relate to you now? Do you feel your family is all in with you for your profession and your ambitions? Or you don't feel the same level of support as you feel being a kid singing in front of your mom?
Well, I would say, yeah, definitely I got a lot of support from my parents, and my mom bought me piano. She helped me, support me in a way when I was going to music school, when I was just on the beginning of my singing career. She was there next to me, definitely. And without my parents, without my mother and her support, this all wouldn't happen.
So my next question is that your sun and moon create an aspect of square, that is a stress aspect, that can give some not disbalance between conscious and unconscious words, but probably divorce of your parents. Does it relate?
Yeah, that's definitely 100% right. So yeah, I was born already without my father, so he never raised me, and yeah, definitely my parents were divorced.
So Mercury conjunction Jupiter, that gives you ability to expand thinking, interest in education and intellectual development, and of course love to visiting of other countries and traveling a lot. So what is your favorite country, and it was your dream to be part of American dream?
Yes, it was actually, it was. And I didn't expect to stay here for such a long time and make it my home, but yeah, it was. I was born, I think, with a already kind of set mind and expecting to travel a lot. I definitely this kind of person. Even this year I travel a lot, so yeah.
Even while COVID?
Yeah,
how did you manage it?
Especially.
What does it mean to be a Russian woman? Extra power. No
Extra
limits,
power.
actually.
Right. That was actually very tough, honestly, especially my trip to Peru. It was very tough.
Wow.
And yeah, I was struggling to get in and into the country and get back as well. I was stuck in Peru. So it wasn't easy, I would say. So if you have an opportunity not to travel during COVID year, don't do that.
Okay, Mercury conjunction Pluto. Tendency to get to the bottom of the essence, sharp and very special way of thinking. What do you give to your students? What is your mission? What you feel inside you?
I would just answer it a little bit bigger answer. In the beginning, when I just started teaching, it's already many years of teaching vocals. So I was just trying to give them, my students, better technique, better vocal technique sometimes, and maybe a little bit extra emotional support, because if they're actors or singers, or public speakers, then they need a little bit more emotional support, so how to act on the stage in front of audience, etc., etc. So now, because of my own transformation, because of my own inner work, I feel like I would like to share definitely more. And I feel that just sharing the techniques itself doesn't really solve everything they need, and I'm not saying that I give them everything, but I just realized that if I look at this like holistically, it's completely different way. And we communicate with my students, I don't want to say students, with my community, communicate in different way. So it's a lot larger picture of what we work on. So at the same time, we, like for example, I have a student of mine already long term, and we started work with her as a singer. So as a singer, she would like to improve her vocal skills, etc., solfege, like those things. And life happening. So it was her personal situation, so she shared it with me for some reason. So I felt like we have this connection, and I realized that I can help her to work on these tough feelings through the throat center as well, So she was able to express it with me during our lessons. So instead of singing, we were talking about this. So and now I realized why she was able to express it, because she had this throat connection with me, because I was the one who kind of activated it, She wasn't able to express it in front of her family. And so I realized it was one of the signs that I have to look at this holistically, so everything together, when we start expressing our feeling, when we call other people to express themselves, then we activate their throat center, and then they are better singers, then they are better speakers, then they have less chronic illness, it's all related, one after another. So, okay, I'm gonna finish this long speech.
Oh, it's not long at all.
So what I'm teaching now, what I'm sharing now, it's a lot more than before. It's not just like a small fragment of, like just one piece of mosaic. I'm trying to just give a bigger vision of like who the person really is, So I'm always asking the question, why do you learn this song? What is it for?
Julia, and for example, how can I, without having ambitions to be a singer, to become your client, part of your community? Can I?
Absolutely. I mean, especially the courses I created right now, it's for all kind of people. It's not necessary if you're a singer or actor, or public speaker, even like yourself. It's definitely going to help you and support you in your career. But it's just for regular people who have, especially I mentioned already, for people with chronic illness, throat center illness. Like I had those all my life. I had like at least 4 or 5 times a year. I had something like from sinusitis to wherever it is, like angina, everything that exists in the list of medical records. I had it all here. It was all mine. So I definitely help people with this. I'm not a doctor, definitely, right? I'm not a doctor, but I'm helping in a different way, which is also very important. I help them to set their mind in a healthy way, and secondly, I teach them correct technique of how to close the vocal cords and breathe correctly.
So is it true that it's possible to control your weight with breathing, correct breathing?
Such a legend around, this.
Oh, we have to open up all secrets and all legends to clarify if they're true or not.
It's kind of cliche for sure. I would say just, there's certain recommendation, like for example, before performance, like my voice teacher and like in the music college would say, like you have to eat very, very well before performance. So people take it so
very seriously.
they're overeating, so you have energy. But actually, if you eat more than you need, you don't have more energy. Your body have to process and digest more, so you don't have more energy. Vocal cords are 2 muscles. and everything in our body, like it's flesh and bones and bloods, right? So it's made from the same material, right? So if our muscles are healthy, full of great nutritions, oxygens and stuff, right? They're active. So our vocal cords as well, they are healthy and in great condition.
Thank you so much. It's all about timing. Oh my God, we started to talk about voice, about weight, and I forgot what is my next question. Let's come back to
I'm destructive.
No, only in a good way. Venus conjunction Neptune gives you strong therapeutic talent. So actually, my next question was about how did your new version of profession start? Your healing path, I mean.
Well, I guess it definitely started through my own healing, and since I realized that it's a lot of emotional conditions I have, and they're not related to my recent life or even recent situations. It's related to my childhood traumas. So I started diving deeper into that. I went to a psychologist when I was in New York for a few months, like the good one. Actually, she helped me a lot. And then I was very lucky. So I was invited to a medicine ceremony. It's like Enken medicine. So that was really, I think that was probably the best therapy I ever had. And still taking it. That's why even sometimes I go places like Tulum or Peru, because this is the place for it, where you can do it legally. So yeah, this is my own healing way, and I'm still there. I'm still on my journey, and now I feel pretty much confident already in terms of at least the areas I healed, like my throat center.
Thank you so much. Julia, your Saturn, that is planet of responsibility, is in conjunction with your ascendant, that is beginning of your horoscope, that can provoke some restrictions and barriers in life. What do you think was the most difficult thing or quality that you overcame?
Okay, I can share a very private thing. Like when I was at age 16, my weight was over 200 pounds plus. Yeah. So I think it's a big deal for me. So I was able to fix it. And so now my routine, because I'm a Scorpio, I'm a little bit too much left, too much right? This kind of person, and I don't have this middle path. It's the hardest for me, you know. So everything is black and white for me. So now I'm trying to find the middle path, and maybe the biggest challenge for me right now, and that also balances me very much, it's finding my middle path. So like, you know, not overeating, but not like fasting all the time, you know, because fasting was also part of my, you know, self-training.
I understand you.
Yeah. So definitely, I mean, sometimes it's great, but in terms of like, you know, use it like every second week, it's not a great idea. So basically, I think it's only weak people. I learn it and I accept it now. Only weak people jump left or right, you know. The strong people, they stay in the middle.
Julia, your Mars planet of activity is in Virgo, that gives you ability and talent to do something with your hands. Tell me please, do you have any extraordinary talent?
Oh my God.
I don't know, maybe you sew, maybe you paint and don't tell us, huh?
I do it all.
Really? Wow. Actually, it was not through birth chart reading, it was from my heart. Maybe I have good intuition.
Good, you have a great intuition.
Okay, share with us, please. What is your hobby?
You know, I wouldn't say it was hobby. Actually, it happened last year. I discovered this talent because there was act of vandalism. Unfortunately, that happened in my apartment I own in Las Vegas. And like, you know, it was a long story. So basically everything was ruined, especially the artworks. So I just realized that how I discovered my painting talent. I just got those, because it was very beautiful, extremely expensive, you know, frames, etc. So I had something to work on. It's like, okay, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to paint on the top of it. I'm going to make a new piece of art.
And you did it?
I did it.
Wow. Did you sell it?
No, I just keep it. It's beautiful. So people who enter it like, wow, that's so nice. It's so unique. I'm like, yeah, it's the one and only piece.
So, and we continue. Now we go deeper into regression, and my next question is connected with your 17 years old, I guess. Yes. Period of impulsive actions, powerful struggle. What you were struggling with by that age? Was it an important year for you?
Yes, I think as I said already, like I was like 200 plus.
That was, sorry, it was exactly 17.
Yeah, this period
Yeah.
was like not a short, it was a couple of years. I was in this.
Actually, I have 98, 99. Does it relate?
Yeah, it's exactly this years, yeah.
Woo! Astrology works.
It works. No, oh,
It does.
it works so much, you know, like yeah, I think I was struggling with that, and also that time I was had some confrontation with my mother. It started coming out because I was already adult woman, young adult woman, and I wanted to express something I wasn't agree, and I was against of the way she raised me, and so I think there was a time and period of my life when it already started to open my mouth, like expressing like, no, that's not right to do it. That's not right to limit me over there. That's not right doing these things. And
What's going to be your main message raising up your kids?
well, when I have one,
One.
one, yeah. I'm not sure what to say. Actually, you know, I feel that all my community, my students, my friends, sort of my children now, because, you know, I kind of feel like,
You already have too many, I realize.
yeah, I really care of them. I kind of, you know, like wanted to have them under my wings, you know, like I'm already like mommy to all of them. Yeah, but I want them to be strong. I don't want them to be babies, you know. I want them to be strong birds, you know, flying high. That's what I see for them.
So, 22 years old, you have another aspect, Sun square Neptune, that is planet of spiritual love, but illusions as well. So, by that moment, this aspect could provoke health problems or some psychological loneliness, maybe some family problems or important events in the life of older relatives. What was going on by that time in your life?
So there was a year when I graduated my musical college, and I think I started like kind of already my own independent career as a singer.
Actually, Sun, it's all about being on the stage. Neptune, it's all about spiritual love and illusions, dreams come true. So it was your graduation.
Honestly, I don't remember exactly moments, exact situations, but I think, like, you know, the older I become, then kind of more separated I felt with my parents. And yeah, I think that time, that age, that was exactly the moment that I almost didn't talk to my parents. Like,
You had to be in yourself, tete-a-tete with your soul. I got you. Thank you so much. 25 years old or 2006. Moon opposition Saturn. Moon, it's all about mother, our feminine part, and about emotional world, of course. And Saturn, as I told you before, it's all about restrictions and barriers. So it was some kind, probably, aspect of some difficulties in a relationship, maybe with women or maybe with family members, and some kind of coldness a little bit. Difficulties in contacting government agencies. Does it relate?
well, yes, I think this was the time when I was constantly in kind of abusive relationships.
We all pass it. It's okay. It's karma.
Extremely picky. From all the opportunities, I would pick exactly the person who would abuse me the most. So no. Just, I guess now, as a grown person, like to learn as much lessons as possible.
I love the way you laugh about that. It's very important, you know, to take
Yeah.
it like this.
That was the time. Yes, yeah.
It really means that you passed it over. You did. Thank you so much. So, Sun square Saturn, it's 2006 or 25 years old. Periods of disorder of plans. What happened and how do you feel about forced changes? That you don't expect and wow, boom, explosion.
If I'm right, it was kind of year when I was on the top of my career, actually. I mean, in Russia, as a singer, because that was the year when I entered the biggest amount of the TV shows and this kind of projects. So I was known in kind of celebrity in Russia, so people recognized me. I think that was kind of the year of the, when I reached the top of my career. And it also was the moment when I was thinking, like you mentioned, maybe what's next though? Okay, what's next? I touched the roof, what's next? And it was kind of,
So maybe my next question will gonna open your next door. 2007, 2008, period of heavy work responsibility. And another period of conflicts, but it's always we are here struggling for the truth in this world. So what happened by that time?
Yeah, I think I was working really hard on my career with different producers, and my private life wasn't in good condition at all. It was just like, I sacrificed it actually towards my career, and definitely yes. And yeah, I think I wouldn't say different, but to sacrifice everything I could have, even my physicality, everything, my emotions, my physicality, towards my career goals. I would do anything for my career, I swear.
About anything in your career, 2011, 2012, increased discipline, work efficiency, immersion in learning, and health methodology. So, singing period for important contracts. What was your most powerful contract in your life? And what is your dream contract as well?
Well, I don't want to offend any companies or something, but it's just like I think every contract is important. Yeah. Every contract is important, and every time when someone invites me and choose me, hire me, then it's definitely appreciated. But I think this period of time, it's when I already moved to US, and here it was, I entered so many competition, and I was a winner or a finalist of many,
What did you win?
It's a long way. It's many, it's actually most notable opera singers, classical competitions.
I realize that there are a lot, but what was your main prize? Or some festival, musician festival that you did win?
I don't know, it's a prize. There was sometimes money prize. Almost all the competitions in America, international competitions, you expect to win a money prize, like $5,000, $10,000. It's a good money prize. Just because to be opera singer is very expensive. You have to hire so many coaches, voice teachers, other professionals to be able to meet, high standards. It's very high standards.
31 years old. Moon square Saturn. It's again about emotions and again about responsibility. Tell me please how your life started in LA.
Oh, I wasn't in LA, I was in New York at that time, I guess. Yeah, I was in New York at that time. So, it was a lot of responsibility. I felt like, being in my career, I have to be responsible for everything I do. There's an agent behind me, there's myself. Then I traveled to Europe at that time and back to US. Kind of split my life, maybe like 4 or 5 months in Europe and half a year in US, because this kind of opera singer life is like this. And I have to be always in shape, artistic shape. So that was, if the question was this?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a lot of responsibility.
33 years old, your Mars meets Saturn in another stress aspect square. A period of responsible hard work. There could be health problems as well. Tell me please, does it relate?
Yes, I think there was a time when I was in the most abusive relationships in my life, and they were all abusive, but this one, there was the top of it, the winner.
Jesus H, yeah, Jesus Christ.
It was a Scorpio man like myself.
Wow.
So
Nice combination.
Well, we kind of damaged each other as much as we were able to.
But do you let sometimes people come back to your life for another life experience?
not for another chance maybe, but just like, I'm new rules, kind of, right? New way to communicate. It could be like girlfriends, right? Sometimes I like don't speak with my girlfriend for a couple of years because I feel like there is no more possibility for me to, observe what she expressed. Like, okay, so this is healthier for you, for her as well, to kind of review her behavior, or him, if maybe it's ex-partner or just ex-friend or something. Maybe take some time to grow, do some inner work, and then come back. So I just started to talk to my girlfriend that we didn't talk maybe for a couple of years.
Inner work is the most hard work in the life. 33, 34, 15 and 16 years. Period of secret intrigue or some other secrets, and maybe psychosomatic diseases. Now you're working with people and you really understand what is value of alternative medicine. Tell me please, did you pass it by yourself?
Oh yeah. Yes, actually I solved everything I only can imagine. All the chronic illness, like I was talking about my throat, my other stuff, just without any kind of traditional medicine, official medicine, I mean. I'm not saying that it's not necessary anymore or something. I'm not saying these silly things, okay? But I believe that the work starts inside on kind of genetic level, metaphysical level, for me at least. Because I was able to fix it through that. And instead of, for example, on the other side, when I was trying to work with, let's say, antibiotics and other medicines, right, other drugs, to solve some issues, it didn't work for many, all my life. It didn't work. Just didn't work, like my sinusitis, right? I had it since I was 3 years old or something. And like at age 34, I guess, something like that, 35.
It's exactly the age what we discussed in my question. Julia, now you're organizing groups, you're organizing seminars by yourself. But this year that I mentioned, in the age of 33 and 34, it was as well danger from occult practices.
Occult practice?
Yes, some kind of maybe special spiritual experience. Tell me, did you have any kind of spiritual experience that was really powerful, life-changing, but maybe dangerous?
Oh yeah. The ayahuasca medicine is very dangerous.
Wow. Here we're sisters.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Oh, here we are. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so then so it was exactly, I guess, this age, yeah.
Exactly this age.
Yeah, it was.
How I can not fall in love with stars that I did 10 years ago, decade ago? We women, we love to speak about love relationships. So my next question is exactly about this. 28 years old. Your Venus, that is planet of creativity and love, of course, go in square with Pluton, that is planet of transformation. It provokes karmic relationship, strong emotions, maybe potential marriage or secret relationship. Was that so?
I think it was karmic relationships.
With a lot of experience again?
A lot of experience, long-term and karmic relationships, and yeah, there was a long story with a lot of emotions, and counting on how many lessons I've learned with this partner. I would say there was definitely karmic relationships. The tough one, actually, yeah.
Wow. Another bingo, thank you so much. So we go for 34 years old. Venus in Aquarius. That could be a divorce or open relationship. What was it by that time?
Never been in open relationships, but yeah, there was kind of the moment that I decided to get out of any kind of relationships.
Wow.
And I decided to be on my own, not to enter any other partner or any new man in my life, unless we build it very deep inner and like spiritual, especially connection, because I was so disappointed of what's happening, because I'm very sexual, kind of sensual woman, and by birth, I guess. So there was a number one priority in my life all the time in terms of choosing partner, and I realized it doesn't work the way I want, because in a few days, in a few months, or even years, be over it, and there is the truth of the relationships, there is not really deep connections. So I decided, okay, I won't have a man in my life anymore until this is a really great, beautiful, deep connection, especially spiritual. I even had this vision like a shaman or someone like this will be my man.
So maybe my final question would be, who is your ideal man?
Well, my ideal man is my recent man.
Wow.
Yes, I think it's, I don't want to say it's ideal. He's not ideal, and I'm not ideal, and we have not ideal relationships, but we have beautiful relationships, you know.
Thank you so much, Julia. You know what? You just told me about self-expression, and I really forgot to ask you one very important thing. Lima, your beautiful name. Is it your original name or you created it?
It's actually my stage name. My original last name is Nalimova. It's very long,
Wow.
very Russian
Super
one.
powerful.
Yes, but my opera agent said like, no, that's too complicated. Nobody's going to pronounce it. Just like make it shorter. I'm like, okay, Nalimova, Lima, okay, Lima. And it's very funny that the Peru and medicine practice, it's like, you know, the capital of the Peru is Lima. So it's very interesting though. When I arrived to Peru, and especially Lima airport, everyone's like, oh, Lima.
Welcome. Lima, welcome to Lima. Julia, thank you so much. And me, I would love to ask you, please, could you give some special message and inspiration word to all our followers?
Oh, definitely. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you for inviting me, and I really love your hat. It's shining and beautiful.
Iris hats. It's not promotion, it's just answer.
This
She's
is great.
amazing.
It's
the
great.
creator, she's fantastic.
What I would like to share is, besides my gratitude, is to for people to live their life as honest as they can. I think it's the most important maybe message we should kind of send to each other, like I just want to really see who you truly are, that's the way how to love you. Because I read it a couple of days ago, like people do not fake depression, people fake happiness. Okay, so that's like, I just really wanted to treat you right. I need to know who you truly are. So I really wish everyone would find themselves brave enough to allow themselves to express their true voice, true desires, and being authentic and honest to himself.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Julia, for your energy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing with us very intimate things. I really appreciate it. And always by the end of the story, I choose the best mineral who's gonna be your friend that corresponds to your date of birth. So mineral for you is black opal. That is very hypnotizing and very strong mineral, and it's fantastic because it protects all our nervous system, and it's very harmonizing for women's health. And you work a lot with other women, and you're amazing, stunning woman by yourself. Okay, Chile Life channel and me, Irene Lentiggini, we are always is you with faith and love. Irene Lentiggini.
Aho.
Aho.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.